Hey, how you guys doing? Sergeant Davidson coming at you from Huntsville, Alabama, and I'm an active duty Air Force recruiter, and this is going to continue the trend of videos talking about Air Force benefits. Honestly, each one of these benefits could have their own video, and I could dive into them for 20-30 minutes, giving you every single exact detail. But instead, I'm going to shoot for general information. If you want more details on these particular programs, airforce.com or talking to your recruiter will give you more details about these programs. The very first thing we want to talk about, because we covered money last time, this one's going to be on insurance, okay? So I'm getting up there in age. I'm about to turn 30, and so my health is not like it used to be when I was 18. A lot of people coming in, they're 18, 19, they're in the prime of their health and not thinking too much about insurance. But let me tell you, as you get older, you realize how important it is, and especially when you have family. So I'll use myself as an example. My daughter, when she was born, she had an umbilical hernia, and it didn't fully close up. So last year she had a surgery to repair that. She was put under. She stayed in the hospital for a day. In total, the whole surgery cost $10,000. But thankfully, because I have military insurance, it literally everything was covered. So I didn't pay a single cent, no co-pays, no nothing. So not only are you covered, but your dependents are covered. So if you come in single, or you get married later on, or you come in married, everyone in your family is gonna have that full medical coverage. Your wife, your husband, your daughter, your sons, everyone's gonna be covered. So that's pretty dang amazing. Same with my wife. My wife, she had total ankle reconstruction, and that whole surgery was $30,000, and she was off work for 45 days. She's also an active duty Air Force recruiter. She's based in Decatur, Alabama, but there was no repercussions. She had paid leave for those 45 days to let her ankle heal up. They even paid for the rehab, the physical therapy. She got this crazy ice cooling machine that circulated cold water around her ankle to make sure that it healed properly. So insurance cannot be stated enough. And then also full dental coverage for me as well. That's completely free. Now, if you do have family members that need dental coverage, it's only a small fee. I believe I pay around $13 a month for my daughter to have full dental coverage, which is extremely affordable. The average cost for healthcare and dental for family members, I did a quick Google search, depends on the state that you're in, but most people are looking at $350 per family member per month. So that's going to be completely gone with the military. They're going to take care of you. And the best thing is if you retire with the military, you're going to take that free health care with you for the rest of your life. So just think about the savings that's going to rack up year after year after year. It's pretty significant. So kind of on the same line as insurance, we're going to run right into food and housing. And there's a lot of details that go into this. It's kind of specific to your base. But everybody across the board, the Air Force is going to help you pay for food. So if you're a single airman, you're going to have access to the dining facilities on base, and that's going to be 4 square meals a day, completely paid for. And the dining facility is like a nice restaurant. So kind of depends on what base you're at, but the larger bases have multiple dining facilities to pick from, or DFACs as we call them, and they range in variety. I've gone into some, and they're like massive. They're huge. They have like 6 different lines of food. You have a salad bar, pasta bar. You kind of got like a fat lane. We can get you some mozzarella sticks, some chicken wings. Oh man, that like makes me hungry just thinking about it. They're really, really nice though. And also most large bases have these things called grab and goes. So they're like convenience stores. So you can run in really quick, grab you an energy drink, a sandwich, some chips, and you can get out really quick. So it's super nice. When I was stationed in Travis Air Force Base, California, that was my first base. They had a flight kitchen, and it was literally kind of like a little pod right outside the flight line. I worked on the flight line, so I could drive over there with my government vehicle. I could grab my lunch, my dinner if I wanted to, and I could get back to work. But it was super nice. They were kind of prepackaged lunches or dinners. They come with sandwiches, salads, chips, apples. They were really, really nice and completely free. Just swipe your card, and then you get out of there. It's very nice. So once you've gotten out of the dorms, or if you come in married, then the Air Force is going to pay you BAS, basic allowance for subsistence. So it's around $372 per month. That's pretty dang amazing. I don't know too many companies out there that are actually paying their employees to help them with food. So pretty dang awesome. Then you're gonna roll into housing, okay? This is also another complex and detailed question, and it kind of depends on what base you go to. But coming in single, you're gonna go into the Air Force dorms, okay? The best thing about the Air Force dorms is you're guaranteed not to have a roommate. We're the only military branch that can guarantee that. If you go talk to any of the other branches, you might have one roommate, you might have two, you might even have up to three in the same room, which makes it extremely difficult if you want to bring a guest over. You got to ask your roommates to leave for a couple hours, kind of awkward. With the Air Force, it's your own room. You can have guests over, and each room is kind of dependent on your base. So when I was stationed at Travis Air Force Base, the room was very nice. All the furniture is provided as well, so you don't have to worry about buying any furniture. The bed, dresser, nightstand, all of that was provided. And I had a miniature little kitchen in there. It wasn't anything too crazy. It was just a cooktop, a sink, no oven. I had a microwave, full-size fridge, and then I had to share a bathroom with my suite mate. We call them suite mates, and him and me actually worked together. So we commonly left our doors open and we kind of wandered in and out of each other's rooms and play video games. But if you don't want to do that, you just close your door, lock it, and you don't got to worry about it. And there are different types of dorm setups. My last base that I just came from was Mount Home Air Force Base, Idaho, about 45 minutes away from Boise, and all my airmen there had their own room and bathroom, so they didn't have to share anything. So it was their own little apartment. It was super nice. Other bases have things called hubs, and hubs are 4 rooms that are connected to a central living area, so a large living room and a full-size kitchen, which is really, really nice. They're like communal gatherings, so if you want to throw a little party, you guys can, and then when you want your own time and your own space, you just go to your room, which has your own bathroom. So those ones are really nice, but like I said, the dorm setup is just dependent on the base. Some dorms are older than others, and some are brand new. So it just depends, kind of luck of the draw, but they're all very nice, and they're all guaranteed not to have a roommate. That's the most important thing. So once you've hit senior airmen or your dorms get full, just depends on which one happens first, you will then be traditionally relocated out of the dorms, and you have 2 options from there. If you're married, you can live on base and you'll have a military house provided to you. A lot of people pick that option because it's super safe on base, very secure. The commute to work is obviously very close. You've got everything on base. A base is like a miniature town. It's got everything that you need. It's got a grocery store, which we call the commissary. It's got a BX, which is the base exchange, which is like a little Walmart. And then most spouses can find a job on base very easily. So it's like a self-contained city. So a lot of people like to stay on base for the convenience for it. But if you decide to live off base, then you will get this thing called BAH, Basic Allowance for Housing. And that depends on your zip code. So more expensive areas like California, Alaska, your BH will be higher to accommodate that cost of living allowance. So for example, here in Huntsville, Alabama, my BH is $14.91 because I'm a technical sergeant with dependents. You can just look up BH calculator on Google and it will show you how much your particular zip code will be. And it depends on if you have dependents, so if you have children, or your rank as well. So those 2 things will obviously increase your BH. So for this particular area, it's $14.91. Our mortgage is $1,000. So that extra $491 is gonna go towards the utilities. And if there's anything left over, the Air Force isn't wanting that back. That goes into my pocket. So traditionally, as long as we're not cranking the AC or going crazy, some of that money goes back in our pocket, which is really, really nice. So that's how that works. Also, one other thing on housing that's extremely important that we've used twice as a family is a VA home loan. So being a veteran, you're gonna have access to the VA home loan, which means no money down, which is incredible because most houses or most lending companies want 20% to up to 30% of the house's value as a down payment. So if you're buying a $200,000 house and you had to put up 20%, you're looking at $40,000 down. I mean, I don't know about you, I don't have $40,000 to lay down, but with a VA home loan, no money down, which makes it much easier to get into the housing market. It's very, very nice. But like I said, this was a lot of information, so if you have any questions, concerns, you can reach out to me, you can reach out to your local Air Force recruiter. They'll be able to give you more details, and I hope this video was helpful. Stay tuned because I got more coming. All right, see you guys.